off. Today is day 148 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at Code Academy at 9% of the way through PHP. This is yet again another late stream with only minutes to spare before the edge of midnight. It is 11:58 as we dive into this. Yeah. Stream schedule did not go as planned today. We saw that we had small sections ahead of us. We were hoping to clear out a bunch of these sections. Ended up having a surprise company stop by the house today, so that kind of derailed the stream schedule. So, good to have company, adverse effects for the stream. But we are diving into it nonetheless. It's probably going to be a freakishly short stream. We're dealing with section 2, control flow / if else. I'm not sure if we're going to get to the second control flow switch. Don't mind the little cat. Control flow if else is only 4 sections. Extremely short. I think we're going to continue on after it, but if we stop there, you've been warned. Good. So let's just dive right into it. Section 2, PHP control flow if else. Day 148 commences. Here we come. Okay, so we've got, she's loading, comparisons. All right. Section 1, comparisons. So far we've seen strings, example, dogs go woof, numbers, 4, 10. Now let's learn about comparison operators. List of comparison operators: greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. On line 8, use a comparison operator to compare two numbers. Make sure to end your line of code with a semicolon. On line 8, yet again, use a comparison to compare the two. Let's do 4 greater than 2, semicolon. Ta-da! Green check mark. If statements. Nice work on comparisons. Now let's see how we can use comparisons to ask yes or no questions. Say we want to write a program that asks whether your name is longer than 7 letters. If the answer is yes, we can respond with, you have a long name. If we can do this with, not if, we can do this with an if statement. PHP, $age, if age is greater than, echo, and then all the fun closing bits. An if statement is made up of the if keyword, a condition, like we've seen before, and a pair of curly braces. If the answer to the condition is yes, the code inside the curly braces will run. Instructions 1 on line 7. Here. Set items equal to a number greater than 5. We're going to do 6. Greater than 5. Make sure to put a semicolon at the end. Ta-da! And then on line 9 in the editor, down here, edit the condition so that your program will print out. You'd get a 10% discount. If it's greater than... Whoa. What else do I need to change? On line 9, edit the condition. Items... Oh, we're changing the operator, right. So if the item is greater than 5, ta-da! We just got ourselves a 10% discount. Because that's how we roll here on day 148 of your streaming and learning to code. We're saving everybody money. Alright, adding an else. Great. We used an if-else statement to do something if the answer to the condition was yes or true, As we say in PHP, in addition to doing something when the condition is true, we can do something else if the condition is false. We can do this using an if-else statement. PHP name Edgar. If name Simon, print I know you, else print who are you. Just like before, if condition is true, then only the code inside the first pair of curly braces will run. Otherwise, the condition is false, so only the code inside the second pair of curly braces after the else keyword will run. In the example above, the condition name equals Simon evaluates to false since name is Edgar. Since the condition is false, only the code inside the curly braces after the else keyword runs and prints out who are you. Instructions. If you're, that's kind of low. Let's open up the hint to bump that up a little. Under your if statement, on line 12, okay, here, write an else statement to capture people who are only buying 5 items or fewer. In their case, echo output, you get a 5% discount. We're going to snatch that. If blah diddly blah, else, actually I guess we already have the else. No, we don't have the else. Else. Scrub here. And the Maryland of Oz. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, it's the output, right? Because we just copied all that nonsense, and it needs a friendly semicolon. Good. 5% discount for 5 items or less. Nice. All right, onwards. All together now. Great work. Now let's practice using if-else statements. Do as much as you can by yourself, but if you need a reminder, click the Stuck Get Help hint button below. Instructions. On line 8, write an if-else statement, just like we did in the last exercise. Here's what the outside of the code looked like. PHP, if this condition is true, do this code. Else, do this code instead. 1. If your condition is true, your code should echo the condition is true. Okay. Otherwise, else, when it is false, your code should echo this condition is false. And 3, make sure your condition evaluates to false so that your condition, so that your program prints out the condition is false. So we need to set up this for true, this for false, and we need to make sure that it runs as false. We can basically write your if-else statement here. If condition curly bits echoing followed by else curly bits echoing semicolon. All right, that seems good. Should we do an operator with like greater than or less than, or should we just straight up give it the value of false right out of the gates? We'll do an operator. We'll do equal to, no, less than or equal to. Yeah, good. 17 and 28? Sure, we're gonna go with that. Wait, does that, hold on, that doesn't fly. This condition is true. Well, that is true. We want it to be false. Let's do 17 is greater than or equal to 28. That's a big fat lie. Ergo, this won't run. The condition is true. Lies. Sit on a throne of lies. Smell like beef and cheese. Elf? Everybody loves Elf. That's a great movie. Copy. Ta-da, the condition is false. Let's go ahead and save and submit. Green check mark. Hot damn. Conditionals and control flow. Badge achieved. Up next, control flow switch. The switch statement lets you perform more complex control flow operations without using an endless chain of ifs and elses. Start lesson. It is still loading. Alright. So, that was glance at the past. Let's begin first by refreshing what we've done in the previous course. Instructions: write an if-else statement inside the editor and make it output anything you wish. We can do that. Should we do this now, or should we just end the stream? We are on very limited time. I kind of feel like we should just end the stream. I do. What are we thinking? Is that wrong? I don't think it's wrong to do. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I think we're just gonna back out. Alright. We're backing out. We're backing out. Where are we going? We are... Yeah, death. Okay. You know what? We are going to forge on ahead. We're going to push through. We're going to do it. Glance at the past. Let's begin by first refreshing what we've done in the previous course. Instructions: write an if-else statement inside the editor. Make it output anything you'd wish. Alright, so it's going to be very similar to the last if-else statement we did, just to satisfy their needs for if-elsiness in their life. Quotes, we need to echo. Always echoing. And a semicolon. Can't forget our trusty semicolon. And we're elsing. This guy gets his set of curly braces. And we echo once more with quotes and a semicolon to boot. We're just going to leave it with true. We're just going to shove true in there. We aren't going to bother with figuring out some clever operator. And we're going to go with, check this, if true, else false. Gripping, right? Shocking. No one saw that coming. Total change there right at the end. The villain gets away with it. Oh god, why? They didn't like anything I said. Something went wrong somewhere. Do they want us to do an actual operator? We're gonna do an actual operator. We'll do, what, 2 greater than? No, less than 4. Are they happier with that? What the deuce? We're inside PHP. We've got our if. we've got our condition, curly braces, we're echoing, we've got our statement and a semicolon, and else and more echoing, something's wrong. The universe is broken and it's all our fault. Not good, not good. We'll check the hint. Oh, those slimy bastards. They want an else if, else if, else. Gah! Typical. This is why we don't stream late at night. Unbelievable. Damn it. Okay, fine. We'll play by their rules. They're stupid rules, but we'll do it, damn it. Okay. Echoing for a third time, technically second. Alright, this will be, so here we'll do, death, 1 to 5. Sure. 1 to 5. Else. 5. No, 6 to 10. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Beautiful green check mark. Spectacular. Alright. 2 of 6. We're getting there. It was a small section last time. This is another small section. We're going to knock it out and then end the stream. And then day 148 will be over and dead. The adventure will continue tomorrow with 149. But in the meantime, we'll keep chipping away at this nightmare. Dipping your toe into switch statements. In the editor, you see a simple switch statement. A switch statement comes in handy when you have a series of if, else statements with multiple expressions that depend on the same value. The switch statement also provides a bit of efficiency and readability. Switches work like if statements. If a condition is true, it executes a block of code. Instructions try and figure out which of these case blocks gets executed and smash that submit button. You got it. Alright, so we are switching to, well, we already know it's going to be this guy. Case 2, echo, the value is 2. Fire at will. Boom, look at that. 2s for everybody. You get a 2, and you get a 2. Okay, we'll kick it down a notch. Not that exciting. And 3. Switch syntax. A switch statement is similar to an if, else statement in that you can check multiple conditions. Here's what it looks like. We are my num2. Don't mind me, hold on. Chatty issues. After that. There we go. Alright. Looks like this. My number equals 2. Switch number case 1, echo 1, break, case 2, echo 2, break again, 3, and so forth, followed by the default, none of the above. Oh my god, what is this blasphemy? That is hideous. Something is clearly wrong with line 11. Oh, and we're going to be fixing that. Typical. Okay. 1. A switch statement is made up of a switch keyword, a variable to check, and a pair of curly braces. Here we check the value of my number. Then we have a case block for each comparison. For each example, case 1, echo 1, break, checks whether my number is equal to 1. If yes, it echoes 1 and uses break to exit the switch statement. Otherwise, the next case block runs. If all case runs return false, default gets executed. Instructions. On line 10, switch fruit, sure. On line 10, there is a switch statement. Yes, that's okay. Fill in, the instructions are kind of low. Let's crack open the hint, raise it up a little. Good. Fill in the blankety blank spots with the correct code. Check out the example above. Okay. Add the default case. So this will be case apple, echo yummy, sure, followed by break. Then lastly, we're going to do, God, what do we want to do now? We're going to do default. There we go. Yeah. And then followed by echo or eka. Either way, echo, eka. None of the above. No fruit for you. No fruit for you. Seinfeld? No soup for you? The soup Nazi? No? That's a... Okay, well, that's a Seinfeld reference, but this time with fruit, so you're welcome. Semicolon. Yes, good, good. Okay, onwards. Section 4 of 6. Multiple cases falling through. You sometimes want to make multiple expressions, all of which have the same result. Consider the following if statement. If blah 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 2 and 3 echo I is somewhere between 1 and 3. Sure. With a switch statement, you can do this by adding cases right after one another without a break. This is called falling through. The following code works exactly like the above if statement, case 1, 2, 3, echo, break. That's fascinating. I know it doesn't matter, I know this is basic, but after 148 days of going through all the ta-da nonsense here at Codecademy, why isn't it loading? Yes, all of this good stuff. Yeah, because we've gone through all the different tutorial things. So we've learned control flow, like 9 different languages, and how the operators work, and, 9, 10, 11 different languages. I've lost count. And they cover statements each time. This is awesome. The formatting, it's so simple. I can't believe they're going to be getting rid of the PHP course. That's so strange. It just seems so efficient. And the fact that PHP works within HTML, I don't know. I mean, I get that there's newer things and JavaScript's totally taken over. And there's other fun stuff like Ruby, but still, that's cool. Now, true, over the last 148 days, we've had to lower our standard of cool, because this is all we've been doing, but, still a thing. Hey, little cat, what are you doing? Psst, little cat. Oh, you're so good. Look at you, covered in fur, full of love and confusion. Good. All right. Onwards. We're so close. Try not to knock over the webcam. That would be #super awesome. So, oh god. What are we looking for? We are looking for, don't type anything. All right. Case 1. What are we doing? Oh, we were just admiring the simplicity of the switch statement. No, of the falling through format for switch statements here in in PHP. Okay, so replace the 2 underscores that make the switch also check for 3 and 4. Replace the 2 underscores. What the deuce are they talking about? Oh, for cases 3 and 4. Gotcha, okay. Replace the 2 underscores to make the switch also check for 3 and 4. So you are 3 and you are 4. Should we put information in 1 through 4? 6 and 7 have info. Kinda strange, but we're going to go ahead and run it. That's all they wanted. That is all they wanted or needed. Okay, good to know. Onwards to section 5. Anon, there's some black crap covering your face. Yes, and weird constructor is right. That is most definitely the mic and the pop filter. It's just how my desk is set up with the mic. I'm working with limited space here. That's why the lights are off. There is a sleeping human, my missus, next to me. So there's a lot of sharing the space going on here. So it's late. That's also why the stream will be ending as soon as I finish this section and why I'm trying to power through it. But yes, good, good. Where are we? Section 5. Using end switch. Syntactic sugar. You have two ways of creating a switch. First, there's the way we have made all the past exercises. Switch blah, $I. But we can also make it this way. Switch $I, colon, end switch. I don't know if I like end switch. I'm not sure which one I like better. This is called alternative syntax. It exists to provide syntactic sugar. Well, what the hell is syntactic sugar? Let's find out together. Ah, yes, the almighty Wikipedia. Okay, syntactic sugar. Sounds like something I would buy from behind 7-Eleven from a shady-looking fella. But apparently, in computer science, syntactic sugar is syntax with a programming language that is designed to make things easier to read or to express. It makes language sweeter for humans to use. This can be expressed more clearly, more concisely, or in an alternative style that some may prefer. Okay, good to know. So, let's go ahead and click that in this. There's no difference when using either the curly brace syntax, first example, or the alternative syntax, second example. It only provides readability, thus it's usually used when mixing HTML and PHP code in the same file. Interesting. Okay, so that helps differentiate the HTML format versus PHP when sharing. That's cool. Okay. 148 days and we're still learning new things. Awesome, awesome. So, instructions. The editor you have, in the editor, you have the code of the previous exercise. Make the code use the alternative syntax rather than the curly brace syntax. So we want to get rid of you and this will become end switch. End switch. What a great username. Interesting. Good to know. Okay, just reflecting on that. Onwards, section 5, hopefully, fingers crossed. Green check mark, good to know. The neighborhood is safe, nothing's on fire. Oh god, I spoke too soon. We're gonna have to birth our own switch statement. This is gonna get messy. We should have pulled from the last section. All on your own. It's time to show what you've learned about switches so far. Instructions. Create a switch statement with 3 different cases and a default. Oh, and a default case if you wish. Default's optional in this round. Feel free to use an alternative syntax as well. Okay, we can do that. We can do switch stuff colon case. Did we need to use quotes? I don't think we did. Case 1, case 2. Oh god, don't mind the indentations. We'll fix all the indentations. Hey, question. Why do you want to learn to code? Do you want to learn it for getting into software development jobs, or do you have a specific project you want to accomplish in mind? Right now, it's actually, both of those are the most viable outcome, if you will, of pursuing this, but really, it initiated from me wanting to, let me jump over here. It was mainly something for me to do, I wouldn't say to kill time, but something for me to stream every single day, because, long story short, I bought an awesome graphics card. My computer's too old, or not a graphics card. I bought an awesome capture card, but my computer's too old, so it didn't work. It's not compatible with it. So I didn't. I guess that was an oversight on my part for my research early on, but I still wanted to stream every day, and I wanted to stream an activity that I could do and grow and work on. So I figured, hey, I want to learn to code. Ta-da, 148 days later, here we are. And the first place I ended up going to was, well, not the first place, but where I started my journey was here at Codecademy. And I decided to complete the entire website. So they've added some stuff. They added these two, probably like 3 weeks to a month ago. But I've gone through and I finished nearly everything. I'm working on finishing up PHP and tackling the Watson API. Then I'll jump back, knock out the 2 additional courses they added, but basically be done. So the goal is just to finish Codecademy, but after this, I'm going to start diving into side projects, just to start tinkering, get a better understanding of all the different languages, whether it's working with Sass for CSS or getting a better understanding of Python. I'll probably try to create similar projects, but in different languages. That's another thing I want to try to do, just to kind of compare the build process. Weird constructor. So your goal is to stream, and coding is viable with your hardware. And on top, you're interested in getting into programming? Perfect. Yes. Weird constructor, you took the words right out of my mouth. Actually, I didn't say any of those, but those are, well, I hinted, yeah. You sir, are more graceful with your words than I am, so you hit the nail on the head. Exactly. So yeah, and that's the journey so far. What were we doing? We were doing cases, right? Don't mind the weird indentation stuff. We'll fix. Oh God, that shortly. Case 3 and default. Okay. Let's do. How do we want to do this? And then end switch. Cool. Okay. Reminds me of my stream. Originally, I wanted to do Minecraft Let's Plays, but my hardware sucks, so I just stream my software projects now, all due to my crappy laptop. Aha! Nice. Awesome. Way to go. I mean, that's unfortunate about the hardware thing, but I totally understand. Yeah, that's exactly the same boat I'm in. I mean, I can stream playing through my Xbox One, but I've got all the, a majority of the legacy consoles, like my Super Nintendo and my N64 and all that kind of stuff, that I wanted to stream because I've just kept everything over time. Thought about modding my 3DS so I could stream games like that. So like the only major, not even major, but major equipment or hardware that I got was the mic for streaming. So, but aside from that, everything else was kind of bare bones. And I only got the capture card because I thought, hey, I needed it, but turns out you can just stream directly with OBS and you don't need a capture card. So, ta-da! It was quite the learning curve, but it's been a good journey so far as the last 148 days have been. Okay, so let's fix our indentation issue. Default. And there we go. So, case 1, echo. Does each one need to have a semicolon? I feel like each line should have a semicolon. Maybe it doesn't need that. Maybe they don't even want info in there. See, this is one of the issues. Now, again, I've been learning at Codecademy. This is why I'm going to be doing side projects on my own. But in addition to learning the language, I'm also still learning, trying to understand what they're asking to finish the activity, right? Learning PHP, understanding this activity or what they want has nothing to do with PHP itself. The coding does, but their requests don't. So there's a lot of deciphering here that I have to do. We're going to open their hint, but see, they just have the general stuff. They don't have any additional info. Kind of like the last section. Don't mind the angry red X that will probably pop up. Yeah, there's that. It's just you have to hit save and enter it to get it to save the text. We're going to jump back to 5. So they do have echo when they do have writing, and then they have breaks. That's the difference. Okay. And we can do $I for ours as well. So that'll work. That's what we wanted to check. Okay. Section 6. Weird constructor. Yeah, OBS is great. Wish you all the best. Thank you. If you have any questions about coding, you can ask me anything. Well, thank you very much, Weird Constructor, and thank you for stopping by the stream. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Section 6. This is where it all ends. We're just going to follow in their footsteps. $I echo 1 semicolon break. We're going to leave 2 blank. 3 will be more echoing. Breaking, more breaking. And lastly, default. Ta-da, what do we call it? No eyes here. We'll do lowercase. Okay. That should be relatively decent. Damn. Oh, they want at least 3 breaks. Okay, so we'll fill out 2. See that? Like that? They didn't even reference it. They don't reference it in their instructions or in the last one. Typical. 2. Let's make this cattle as well. All right, and breaking. We are all set. No eyes here. $. Fire away. Ta-da! Green check mark. Beautiful. Control flow. Success. Next. Alright, up next, arrays. Arrays allow you to store the list of information in a single variable. This will be saved for tomorrow. What is an array? An array is a list of items, a bit like a shopping list. It allows you to store more than one item in only one variable. We will continue on with this tomorrow. How many sections are in that? 7 sections for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and back out, check out our coding stats for day 148. Currently, we are at 27% of the way through PHP here at Code Academy with 1,721 points to our name and 241 badges. Good times. Let's go ahead and back out of Code Academy, jump over to OBS. Thank you to anyone and everyone who stopped by. Anon313, Weird Constructor, anyone else who may have accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream, any and all views are greatly appreciated. The adventure will continue tomorrow with day 149, but in the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it!